And one of the things that makes Beast Wars so special and so engaging is the characters. The way the characters function is more akin to a Japanese animated show, in that they don't remain consistent from episode to episode. They change and they alter and they have epiphanies, and they reveal new facets of themselves throughout, and that is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's something that the Maximals get more than the Predacons, sadly. The only Predacons that have any kind of depth are Megatron himself, Tarantulas, Dinobot, and Black Arachnia. The other, and Rampage. Rampage, I will make special mention of Rampage later, because Rampage is one of the finest characters in any Transformers continuity ever. He is wonderful. The other, one of the complaints I do have about Beast Wars is that the other Predacons are all either morons or lunatics. There's no middle ground, and that bothers me. I really dislike that. I would have liked to have seen the Predacons have more character development than that. But it's not that much of an issue, really. Especially considering that those Predacons that do get a lot of characterization are some of the best characters in Transformers mythology. They're wonderful. Ones I would make particular note of are Tarantulas. Tarantulas is initially one of Megatron's lieutenants, and as his name implies, in fact, hang on. This is Tarantulas, and as you can see, he is he's a spider. He takes the form of a spider. And initially, he just seems to be like the other Predacons, a sadistic lunatic. He has the qualities of an assassin and of a loony scientist. That's the way he's portrayed in the early episodes of Beast Wars. He's also completely sadistic. I mean, he is portrayed actually capturing organic creatures in his web and eating them, which is rather distressing. He also attempts to do the same to various Maximals, such as Cheetor and Rat Trap, which is rather nice. He's very sinister and rather creepy. But later on, he reveals some quite remarkable facets. He not only betrays Megatron, which is part and parcel for the Predacons. I mean, all of the Predacons attempt to betray Megatron at some point, and I mean all of them, apart from Inferno. Inferno is Megatron's... Inferno is a Predacon who has some sort of faulty programming, and his beast mode overrides his robot mode personality, and his beast mode is an ant. He's therefore fanatically loyal to Megatron, whom he refers to as the royalty, or as my queen, which is rather hilarious, causes Megatron a great deal of distress. But Tarantulas, it turns out, is not just some common or garden traitor. He's actually a mole. He's he's a secret agent working for the Tripredacus Council, who is planted amongst Megatron's organisation in order to thwart it. Later on, he reveals even more facets. It turns out that unlike the other Maximals and Predacons, he and the Tripredacus Council are not descended from the Decepticons. And we never find out quite where they're from, but there are suggestions. Megatron refers to them as Unicron's spawn. Now that could just be a common or garden insult, but many fans have taken it to mean that the Tripredacus Council and Tarantulas are actually servants of Unicron, which is very interesting, and it certainly fits the apocalyptic plans that Tarantulas has. I mean, even Megatron's plans aren't as insane as Tarantulas'. Tarantulas doesn't want to just destroy the Autobots. He wants to destroy the Decepticons as well. He wants all of the Maximals and the Predacons wiped out. And it's never quite revealed why, which is a shame. That story arc ends before it can fully develop, and Tarantulas is killed. But it's still very interesting, and it's left a wide open vacuum that a lot of fans have attempted to fill. Beast Wars also sees the debut of one of my favourite Transformers characters ever made, and he's also one of my favourite toys, this thing. This is Rampage, also referred to in the series as Protoform X. Now, Protoform X is, insofar as I'm aware, the first instance and the first piece of evidence we see that the so-called good guys in a Transformers continuity are not quite as holier than thou as they paint themselves. Protoform X, Rampage, is part of a maximal experiment, it turns out, to replicate the spark of the Decepticon Starscream. Starscream has a mutant spark that is indestructible. It never joins the Matrix. And they were attempting to replicate that within a maximal, and the result is Rampage. Unfortunately, Rampage, as Optimus Primal describes him, he's brilliant, but hopelessly treacherous, like Starscream himself. And Rampage distinguishes himself throughout the series as being not only a lunatic, he is completely and utterly, he's the most insane of the Predacons, but he has surprising depth. He is a monster. In fact, he is the most monstrous of the Predacons and of any Transformer, really. But the reason for his particular monstrosity is so interesting. He's a ruined individual because of what was done to him. He has these wonderful moments of insight and of self-reflection, such as in the episode, I can't quite remember what the episode is called, but it's the one where Megatron takes the spark of the original Megatron and is reformatted into his dragon form as a result. He's fighting with Black Arachnia, and she says something along the lines of, "You're going to regret this," to him, and he says, "I regret everything." Rampage is a ruined, nihilistic monster who lacks the ability to care for or about anything, and whose only abiding obsession, whose only passion in existence, is the causing of pain and the infliction of terror